Welcome to our eerie reality, where we explore phenomena that we cannot quite explain. We've all heard stories about things that go creak in the night. Are they lost souls reaching out from limbo to a realm that they once walked? Or are they some other form of non-human intelligence, trying to get our attention and open up our minds to the true nature of our reality?
What's wrong with your voice? It sounds funny.
That's just my creepy voice. This is supposed to be a ghost story, so I'm just trying to play the part.
Well, it's working. It's really creeping me out.
Well, truth is likely stranger than fiction, buddy. What can I say?
Would it be strange if I told people they should like, subscribe, and comment?
It would be strange not to, my buddy boy. Now, settle in and let's get on with the show. It was the summer of 1995. Music and fashion and drama abound. We were caught up in the O.J. Simpson trial. Michael Jordan announced his comeback after a 2-year hiatus. Back then, you used to be able to sign up for Columbia House and BMG subscriptions that offered 10 CDs for only 99 cents. And that's what me and my friends were doing one afternoon, just as we had done many times before. They lived down the road from me in rural upstate New York, where much of the land was covered by forest and cornfields. The twin sisters were a couple years older than me, and their brother a couple years younger. They were a very nice and welcoming family. They always had their door open for me to visit as I got settled in after my move from California. The road from my house to theirs was flanked by thick forest. While it wasn't that far away, it often felt like it took forever for me to get home when night was fast approaching. Something about the dark forest seemed to be eerie to me. Their dad was a farmer. They had the property in the family for generations. It only added to the eerie feeling that would sneak up on you at times. Their house was old, very old. My friends often told me about strange experiences they had there. Stories of footsteps, voices, things moving on their own. I always brushed them off. One afternoon, we gathered in the stairwell, each of us perched on different steps. The twins sat near the top. The brother sat farther down. I was below him on the landing in between flights of stairs, using it like a makeshift table to fill out my CD subscription. On the floor around us were scattered pamphlets and CDs showing the covers of our favorite albums. As usual, we had music playing from their stereo system upstairs on the second floor. It was kind of like the old school style radio, about a 4-foot tall stack with a turntable on top, big speakers on each side. It was just another typical lazy day together, until the music changed. The stereo volume dropped all of a sudden. The twins immediately looked at each other, wide-eyed, and started talking excitedly about the ghost. The brother stiffened, but I rolled my eyes. A prank, I thought. It had to be. We rushed up to the stereo, but nothing seemed wrong. They kept insisting, "See? We told you." I brushed it off. We turned the volume back up, and we returned to our spots.
Maybe it was a cat.
What? No, it wasn't a cat. They didn't even own a cat. I mean, they had feral farm cats, but they stayed outside.
Oh, so there were cats nearby. Then it was definitely a cat. It's always a cat.
For one thing, cats don't even have opposable thumbs. And they wouldn't even be bothered with messing around with our stereo anyway.
Oh, you don't know cats very well, do you? They are very clever and sneaky, and are always up to no good. It was definitely a cat.
Okay, anyway, can we just get back to the story now? Thanks. We were back on the stairs when only minutes later it happened again. The music faded until it was barely audible. This time I was less amused. Alright, which one of you has the remote? I demanded. They denied it, and of course, they never had a remote for this old system. Suspicious, I accused them of hiding someone upstairs. We searched every bedroom. Empty. Their parents were at work, and no one else had been around all day. So we turned the volume back up again and settled back down once more. But this time, I insisted on sitting at the very top of the stairs, determined to catch whoever was behind it. And then, again, the volume dropped. I bolted toward the stereo, scanning every corner, looking for the trick. The others caught up. Then, just as suddenly, from somewhere down below, we heard another sound. A muffled voice? A faint broadcast? Maybe something like a radio or TV was left on. We froze. Then I tore down the stairs, the others close behind me, straining to pinpoint the sound. At the base of the steps I stopped, my ears narrowing in on a wooden end table, hexagon-shaped, with two small doors fitted with round metal handles. The noise was coming from inside. I yanked the doors open. Inside was an old-fashioned radio, the kind with a record player built on top, and a long station dial going from side to side on the front face. The dial glowed faintly, the needle resting on a local station, playing music. And then, as if on cue, the sound sputtered and faded into silence. The light on the dial winked out. Staring, stunned and confused, I grabbed the set to pull it out, and I quickly realized that the power cord was coiled up and tucked neatly underneath. The radio was not plugged in. My stomach dropped. There were no holes in the cabinet. No way the cord could have even reached an outlet. The thing was sealed in. I let the radio drop to the floor as the realization hit me. Behind me, the twins were very excited and going on about how they felt so vindicated. The brother, on the other hand, wasn't very excited. The unease finally broke through with him, and he began to bolt outside, and we all quickly followed. The siblings continued their feelings of validation. See, we told you the house was haunted. I could no longer deny them. We waited outside until their mother returned home. When we told her what happened, she didn't look surprised. She had her own stories to share, and long felt the house had often provided supernatural experiences. The father, a grounded and practical farmer through and through, just shook his head when we told him, but even he admitted to strange things happening in the house that he couldn't explain. I had always laughed off their ghost stories, but that day in the farmhouse, I couldn't laugh anymore. And that's the story of the ghost on Guernsey Road. Or was it a ghost? Was it some other kind of entity trying to get my attention and open up my mind about future events that might occur?
It was definitely a cat.
Okay, maybe it was a ghost cat, Odin. But whatever it was definitely strange, and it definitely opened up my mind to the possibility of different things in our reality.
If you liked our story about the ghost cat, don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. Thank you for joining us today. Enjoy the journey!